So yesterday I had a mushroom trip. I took 5 grams. Um, it was very nice. I just laid in bed and put a sleeping mask. And I think I want to try the approach of just focusing on one aspect from the trip that I want to integrate. And the most prominent thing I think was that I realized how rigid I am, how attached to my ego identity. So what I experienced in the trip is I had a visual of my body dissolving, becoming like a skeleton, being consumed by maggots. It was disgusting. It was very scary. It would have been way scarier had I not played FromSoft games. This is what I was reminded of when that happened. Like, it reminded me of the Hollow Undead in Dark Souls 1, and that whole theme of zero to hero, and that you have to start at the bottom. So I would dissolve into a skeleton, and then I would take on a character, and I would go on an adventure with this character and discover shit about myself. That's hard to put into words because I don't even remember the specific details of a lot of these mini adventures. But after I would go on one of these adventures, I would be able to let it go and let that identity go and dissolve again and take another mask or another character. And I felt like a child, how children just, when we were kids, we would just play as characters and not take it seriously and just have fun. That's what it felt like, minus this the horrifying aspect of dissolving into a fucking skeleton. So yeah, how am I rigid in my life? For example, with my workout regimen, I have to follow a strict program. I have to go to the gym 4 times a week, 2 times to the martial arts, blah blah blah. But I realized how much of a prison it was feeling. So I want to change that. I mentioned in an earlier video I want to cut because I don't like I'm not in good shape. So I think I want to make it more fun. Just go to the gym maybe 2 times and make the rest, go to martial arts more. That makes more sense. I was very insecure about losing what little muscle mass I've built while working out, but now I feel like I can let go of that and just start over. Basically, I've been struggling to build a physique, and I think part of the problem is I have a weak foundation, and these changes will make me I'm gonna cut until I'm really lean, and then once I have that good foundation, I'll build on it. Muscle mass. See, that's another lesson, that foundations are super important, whether in the physical aspect or the mental aspect, which is why stuff like meditation and spiritual work is important. And I want to pick up yoga again, because a flexible body makes a flexible mind. that's gonna help with being less rigid. And my diet has been feeling very rigid. It's been feeling very, like I've been getting, on paper it sounds good, I'm getting a lot of protein and not that many calories, but I'm chugging so much protein shake and not eating a lot of food of fucking substance. I want to change that. I don't want to even count calories anymore. I might have mentioned in a previous video that how beneficial it is to count calories and have data, and I still do believe that, but just as an initial phase of counting calories, that has been beneficial, just to give me a general idea of how much I'm consuming. So now I'm able to give a better estimate just by eyeballing it. And I started cutting like two weeks and some change. And in the beginning it was very difficult. There was a lot of resistance, but gradually it became easier. And now after the trip I'm just resolved. Like I actually enjoy this. I enjoy not having to eat so much and feeling bloated all the fucking time. And I don't have to spend as much time cooking and preparing food. And another thing I want to change is just eat more, I don't know what the term is, just healthy food, like good meat, a lot of veggies, a lot of fruits. Just have a balanced diet with a lot of variety, with vitamins. I think these are the changes or the things I want to work on. I don't want to overwhelm myself. I've fell into this trap before and I couldn't integrate much from the trips I've done. So I think it's better to just take it easy and take it one step at a time, or a few steps at a time, working on a few things and then gradually increase the load, just like going to the gym. This video has gone on for long enough.